Jeremy Edwards is back for his third season as the head coach of the Houston County Bears. Last year, 9-3, but coached 37 seniors off of that team last year. Let's talk about your offense first, which was so good last season, 37 points per game. But you've got one of the best returning quarterbacks in the entire region with Antoine Hill Jr., who threw for over 2,700 yards, 31 touchdowns. He's committed to Memphis. This is one of the better quarterbacks in the state, isn't he?
Yeah, in my opinion, one of the better quarterbacks in the country. But that he's my guy, so I got to say that.
Sure.
But he is he works very hard. He approaches every day with a a pro mindset, and he's a very classy kid, and he's all about football. So he's great to have on our team.
You've got a lot of offensive production to replace, however. Only four starters back, and a lot of those skill players, all the receivers, your two top running backs. I mean, you've got a lot to kind of ease into this offense. His leadership's going to be key for that, right? I mean, these younger players are going to assume these roles. They're going to look to him, aren't they?
Yes, and that's something, I've coached him for the last, this will be the third season, and every year he's gotten a little bit better at that. As far as being a little bit more vocal. That's not naturally his deal. He's kind of a to himself kind of kid, but he has got branched out. I can tell this spring and throughout the summer of really getting more vocal and trying to get, rally the troops. And he's done an excellent job with that. And that's just going to lead to more success for him on down the road as well.
Quickly, have you got some young kids ready to step into those skill player positions?
Absolutely. MJ Mathis is going to be a very good receiver. He's picked up several offers in the offseason. He'll be a junior. Isaiah Mitchell came over from Peach County. He was ineligible last year due to some grade issues that he's since fixed and done a great job in the classroom. He's very electric with the ball in his hands. We moved over Derek Henderson from the defensive side. He's been a DB his whole career here for 3 years, and real tall, lanky kid. We moved him over to wide out. So he's done a really nice job, picked up a couple offers himself throughout the spring. So we feel good about what those guys bring to the table. And we've got some crossover guys we'll bring over from defense, Trey Leary, Jordan Smith. Dylan Wallace is another, kind of a shifty little slot receiver. So we feel good about our wideouts, but it is tough to replace Ricky and Kale and Ricardo. I mean, those guys meant a lot to our program, and they'll go on to have great careers at the college level.
Yeah, Ricky Johnson, one of the better receivers in the state for sure last season. We'll talk about that defense for the Bears in our next report. Houston County coming off a 9-3 season last year. Jeremy Edwards joins us, his third season as the Bears head coach. Let's talk about your defense. Pretty good last year, 19.8 points per game allowed, but only two starters back. I know Jordan Smith is a safety. He's one of those kids you're going to look to, but you got a lot of work to do here the next couple of weeks to kind of find you some new starters on defense, don't you, Coach?
Absolutely. With graduation, we lost a lot of guys on that side of the ball. We do feel good about our young group that's coming up. They played a lot of snaps, not necessarily starters, but, Weston Arts played a lot of snaps at linebacker. Jaden Brown on the defensive line played a lot of snaps at nose. So we've got some guys that can step in and they've played meaningful snaps and playoff ball. So, it's not all starting from scratch. And obviously you mentioned Jordan Smith. He's an all-world safety we got that's done a great job this offseason and asked him to do some things also on the offensive side. So we feel good about the guys that we have in our program and the development of our defense over the last year.
Coach, season 4 for you, I would imagine after losing 37 seniors off last year's 9-win team, this is your test to show that you've got a program here, that you're just not having good seasons, but you have some sustainability. I know it's going to be tough losing all those guys from last season, but still, this is kind of where you can show, okay, we've got Houston County to a certain level. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do. I think, when we took this job 3 years ago, I've always felt like this was a place that had a ton of talent. Just got to get them all going in the right direction. We continue to try to build. We've upgraded facilities and, we've done a great job in our JV and ninth grade teams and in this county. It's great football in this county, and we've done, last couple of years have won the county. I think that's something that's important. It's important in this county because of the caliber of football that's being played. And so we also know with that, you get a target on your back. And so we know people are out to get us. We're circled on everybody's schedule, I'm sure. We're not able to hide from anybody. But I do feel like the direction of our program, our coaching staff, and our kids' buy-in, our culture has really helped us get a little bit better. And obviously, we want to try to take that next step this season.
First game on the 17th of August against Alpharetta, and then that tough schedule in Region 2 and 5A starts with, of course, great games against Veterans and Northside. Coach, thank you so much. We will look forward to seeing how the Bears do this year. Good luck to you.
Yes, sir, Bill. Thank you so much.